Hi guys.
Hey.
Shaman and Jen here. I'm sorry, Jennifer.
I go by both.
Oh yeah? Okay. I didn't want to assume, just throw it out there. I call you Jen, but I didn't know if that's what you call yourself to the world. It doesn't really matter. So what are we talking about today?
Today we're talking about the feedback wheel. So last time I talked about a common theme I noticed is couples avoiding conflict.
Avoiding conflict, right.
And I kind of went over all of that. So the next question is, what do we do?
Right.
That's the next question I usually get from couples after I point out their pattern.
Right.
So how do we fix this? So I wanted to share one of my favorite RLT communication tools, which is the feedback wheel. Mm-hmm. So I'll go kind of over the steps of the feedback wheel. Essentially, it's a great way for...
Oh, I was supposed to ask you what were the steps of the feedback wheel, but never mind. Go ahead. You're totally failing today, but go for it.
I was going to say, the feedback wheel is a great way. It's just to have a structured way of following it so that you avoid those you avoid those more contemptuous statements.
Right, the you always, the you nevers, the...
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, so what are the steps? Sorry.
All right, also...
I apologize. I'm very screwed up today.
So the first step is what I saw or heard. So this is solely the facts.
Right.
This is only what happened. So no interpretation, no feelings in this. So it's when you walked away when I was talking to you.
Right.
That was it. When I was washing the dishes at the sink and I was talking to you, you walked away.
So the things you actually can measure, or not measure, but see and observe.
Yes.
Right.
Exactly. Observable facts. If you had a video camera recording, exactly what happened.
Okay.
The next step is what I made about it. So this is your interpretation of the event.
Right.
So I usually encourage couples to avoid telling their partner how they interpreted they felt in that situation. It's more of the story you made up about it.
Right.
So when you walked away when I was doing the dishes and I was in the middle of talking, and what I made about it was that my feelings don't matter.
Right. You hate me.
Yes.
Right.
Exactly.
Even though it's probably the furthest thing from the truth, but...
Exactly. And so I explain to couples usually that this is really their interpretation of it.
Right.
We are not saying this is a fact, but it's important for them to say, this is how I've been interpreting this situation.
Right. This is the whole story you're telling yourself.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
The third one is how I felt about it.
Okay.
This is pretty much just feelings. This is where you state it. What is encouraged is usually the first feeling people experience is anger. Mm-hmm. And I encourage people to see what emotion is underneath that. Kind of explore and see, is there hurt? Is there sadness?
Right.
Because your partner is more likely to respond and soften
if
you can come from those. And a lot of times there is hurt and sadness underneath anger.
They're like I statements, right? They're driven by what your experience is.
Yes, exactly. So what I felt about it. I felt sad. I felt nervous. I felt angry.
Right.
And then the last one is, what would I like? So this is letting your partner know, what do you want them to do next time? So next time, I'd like you to let me know, hey, I need to go and throw away this trash, but I'm listening to what you're saying.
Right.
Just to help them know, have a guiguiline. Because sometimes it comes in and the partner has no idea. I don't know what she wants from me.
I don't understand. Right.
So give them that gift. Give them the instructions to be this is what I need.
Right. So it's a better way to communicate, and a better way to feedback, and a better way to actually have communication between the two of you, rather than making up these things, making up the scenario, telling yourself something stupid that doesn't even apply to the whole thing.
Yes.
And escalating a situation. It takes all that out.
Yeah, exactly.
So what else do we need to consider when it comes to this?
So if you're the speaker, it's important to remember that you need to ask the person, are they ready to listen? Don't just go up and dump. Say, is this a good time to talk about X, Y, Z? Remember, your motivation is not to show that you're right. Mm-hmm. It's to show that you love them and that you want to improve communication and you want to improve the relationship. So remember that it's not about being right. Let go of outcome.
Right.
You may not get the response you want, and that's really hard for people.
Right.
But kind of going in knowing that you're going in there with relational integrity and you're going in there as your best self.
Gotcha.
So knowing that you may not get the results you want.
Right. I mean, it's two people, right?
Yes. You can't control your partner.
Can't control your partner, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Or fortunately.
Depends how you look at
it. Right.
And then for the listener, it's important to remember, don't try to explain or rebuke your point. Just listen to what they're trying to communicate.
Right.
Let the person know that you heard what they're saying. I hear that you're saying that you feel that I don't care.
Right, a little bit of feedback. I'm getting it. I'm receiving it.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. And then last, let the person let them know what you are going to give them. So you can say, like, I'm able to give you 80% of that. I will be able to 80% of the time. Don't lead with, well, this is what I can't give you.
Right.
Let them know, like, stay on a positive route. Like, I hear what you're saying, and I can do X, Y, Z for you.
Right.
Be honest with where you're at.
Right, and this whole thing's kind of based off of Terry Real's, you said RLT earlier, which
Terry
is relational life therapy, and that's Terry Real's stuff. And what's really cool about it is particularly when he gets to this "what I can give you" thing. I remember listening to an audiobook or reading it, but he was talking about, hey, most often we're just happy that we can get something.
Yes.
So that saying, if you lead with that, it changes the whole paradigm, which is really, really cool.
Yeah, exactly.
So this is like one of many tools we use in couples work, right? And it's one you see often. Like, hey, you're avoiding conflict, you're having these problems. Here's a great way to kind of work through some of this stuff, right? And this is the kind of stuff that we teach here to couples all the time.
Yeah.
Right? And it's good stuff. It really is good stuff. It's not overtly hard, but when we're all heated in like the passion of the argument and wanting to be right and all that, it's awesome to be able just to have a very simple tool to walk through communicating, right?
Yes.
And so this is something we can help you guys with. If you're interested, give us a call, 813-434-3639, and we hope you guys have a good day.
Bye.